beginning of COVID, I tried a dry protein cookie and then realised I could make better myself, and then taught myself how to bake and started developing the brand from there, really.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Do's and Donuts of Fitness. We have a special episode today. We've got a guest for you. We have Seth, aka the Protein Baker. But before we get chatting, Hayley, how have you been? What are you up to?
I've been busy. I've been so boring. I've just been working. We did go to the Arnold Festival. Went to the Arnold Sports Festival. That was sick.
We can maybe go into that in detail in the next episode.
Yeah, we will do. Jake, how are you?
I'm good. I'm feeling a little bit shit, and I've just moved house, so I'm standing in the corner of a room for anyone watching on YouTube. But you're also feeling shit, right?
Yeah.
So
we've got the lurgies.
If Hayley's voice sounds shit on this podcast, then you guys will understand. I think everyone's getting sick at the moment.
It's as like, well, they're in the gym, they're all calling it the freshers flu. So I think like we've caught the freshers flu.
Keep those students away. So guys, we're gonna get straight into this. Seth, how you doing, man? Tell us a little bit about yourself. What you're up to?
I've literally just been waiting for this podcast, really. Just creating new ideas, looking into pop-ups, and just trying to develop the brand, really.
Okay, so your brand is the protein baker.
Yeah.
Like how did that come about? Like, where did it all start?
So I used to work in a meal prep company in healthy eating, so I had a bit of a background in what goes into healthy food and what athletes are looking for. And then it's about beginning of COVID, I tried a dry protein cookie and then realised I could make better myself, and then taught myself how to bake and started developing the brand from there, really.
What meal prep company did you work for?
It's called the Eco Club.
Okay. Yeah.
I've had some of their food. It was good.
A really good place, really popular.
It was good. It was good food. Yeah, I'm gonna put it out there. I haven't tried any of your food yet.
Because you are a loser.
I know Hayley has. Part of the reason is I've been doing a challenge where I can't eat anything that's like chocolatey or anything like that. It's part of the rule. So I will get into it next week because I finish my challenge on Friday.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. So I will try some. So what did you? Actually, the question I was going to ask is, do you care to mention which dry cookie you tried?
It was a My Protein 30-gram cookie, and it was awful.
Yeah, I always think sometimes the ones that you get from like big brands like that. I think because they're like because they're, I don't know, they must make them like so far in advance. I think like when you get them, they're always so dry from places that are like that. I think.
No, definitely.
Yours are not. Them. So I've got a problem with like sweet stuff. Once I start them, right, I can't finish them. So when I first got one of your the trays, I was like, oh, okay, I'll pick one piece. No, I cut it into like 4 pieces, and I picked one piece. I was like, yeah, I put it back. No, I went straight back in the box and I finished it all straight away. I can't do one piece of something. They do taste really good.
Thank you.
So, like, have you always been like? Do you train? Have you always trained? Have you always been into fitness?
Yeah, I've always trained. I've been training for about 4 years, and then obviously COVID hit, and it kind of slowed my progression down, made me put on a bit of weight. But just aiming to just build it back up, really. Always interested in doing sports, if it's boxing or playing football, to stay as active as possible, really.
Ooh, what gym do you go to?
I go to Pure Bitten.
Do you?
Yeah.
I've never been into that one. I've been to the Pure in town, and I've been to the one in Shirley, but I've never been to the one in Bitten.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
Oh.
I might have gone there a very, very long time ago, like maybe even when it first opened up.
So starting business in COVID, how was that?
Well, I feel like it benefited me because it gave me a lot of time to focus. Spend. I was started working about 60 hours a week as well to save up so I could do this without any stress, and then just literally just focus. Just spend all evenings, every second I had on my laptop.
Yeah, that was one good thing about COVID. Like we all had so much time, didn't we? So we could all kind of like get some business ideas down and everything. And
help me save as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing to do.
Not spending money on like going to restaurants and stuff. That's where all my money goes.
Yeah.
What was I going to say then? Yes. So during lockdown, though, I suppose because yours was like company where people order like food from, I guess it went really well because little businesses, like I noticed small businesses popping up. Like there was like a couple of sweet companies that started as well in lockdown, and they seem to have done really well as well. I feel lockdown was quite a good one for stuff like that.
No, definitely.
I think
oh, go on, Jake.
I was gonna say, like, part of it is just that we were also bored, so like looking for nice treats and things to eat, and that was like a big part of lockdown. But also at the same time, the way that everyone got into a bit more into fitness, a bit more into their health, because there was nothing else to do, and everyone, I guess, a lot of people worrying about being sick and all of that. So the kind of those two things together was probably like the perfect timing for you to launch, because people are like, okay, I want to eat good food, but there's this new guy that does protein brownies and all these tasty foods, but are like kind of healthy at the same time. So those two things like go together. Like they just landed at the perfect time, I think.
Yeah, I did notice that during COVID, that food was trending a lot because it was the only thing people had to share with each other.
Yeah,
like everything else was shut, so people was just home baked food was kind of then starting to increase.
Yeah.
So is it just you that does it?
Yeah, it's just me on my own. Yeah, I do have help from my brother. He helps me bake the occasional day in the week, but otherwise it's just me doing everything.
That is mental.
That's a lot.
You now sell like loads. Because like everyone is always posting some stories and then you're like sharing them, and it looks, so you must do so much baking. Do you do it like every day or not?
Monday to Friday every day. Yeah.
Wow.
Monday, and then afterwards I'd have to, if it's doing the accounts or doing the marketing or looking into product research or absolutely everything really.
That's a hard.
Going to pop-ups.
That's a hard thing.
So many pop-ups. So what was the first flavour you made?
It was the double chocolate ones. So double chocolate bars.
The double chocolate ones with the chips are the best ones to put in the microwave.
So just for people that like, some of the people listening might not have heard of you, and I haven't tried anything. Can you just reel off like what you offer, what you've got? I know everyone could just go to the website and have a look, but like, what's your main stuff?
So main stuff at the moment is, so we do double chocolate bars, white chocolate and raspberry bars, and then we've got a tray bake range, which is like white chocolate cookies and cream, Jaffa cake, and the double chocolate
and the Biscoff.
Tray bakes. Yeah, Biscoff. And then we got the protein balls, which I did a peanut butter jelly flavor a couple of weeks ago. Released that, it's going pretty well. And then the little mini donuts, actually, they're doing really well. Yeah,
Jake, you have got to get on the little mini donuts.
So just some of those up. So you got the bars that you said at the beginning. Are they just like the standard, like a protein bar, basically?
And it comes with three separate bars that's portioned out. So
nice. I've seen the tray bakes because like everyone keeps reposting those. I keep seeing those posted. So the tray bakes, obviously, like a bigger version. You got to try and separate that up and not eat all in one go. but I bet that's tough. And then you got the little protein balls you said, and donuts.
Yeah, and we do have a gluten-free and a vegan range as well that has them products available.
See, that's good. I think because so many people are vegan nowadays, aren't they? And so many people have gluten-free, so that's brilliant.
When you started up, did you start up with the vegan options as well, or were you just like
I was always
one
developing them, but that took me, I'd say, a good year of playing around with recipes to get the vegan brownie sorted. That was the hardest by far.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, to get like a good consistency?
Yeah, and to like find like the replacements for like egg, butter's quite easy. I was always using oat flour, but it was just about finding the alternative options and then do the same in the mixture, if that makes sense, bring out the same tastes and textures.
Ooh, I'm going to order a vegan one next time because I want to know what it tastes like.
I have good feedback on that because it's got more chocolate in it because it's purely dark chocolate.
Okay, that's going to be on my next order list. I really want to try it and see what the vegan one tastes like.
I think I'm gonna have to order a tray bake for next week, because I keep seeing it.
So, do you eat it all the time?
I was, and now I just eat it when there's just stuff left over and when I'm peckish. Really, kind of when you're there around it all the time, you kind of get a bit put off of it, if that makes sense, and you're around it all the time.
No, for sure. Yeah.
But developing new product, when I develop a new product, I can't stop eating it, and then you just get to that point where I'm just sick of it.
Okay, so on that subject, have you got anything that you can kind of let us know that's maybe coming in the future, like that you're trying to look at, or even if it's not like being developed yet, any ideas that you're kind of like trying to move towards?
Yeah, so this week I've been developing like a gooey peanut cookie, and it's going to be in the sense of you can make it yourself. So you can either have it just a peanut cookie, or you can have either flavor chocolate chip in it, so white, dark, or milk. That gives people the option, or just a mixed box of 3 flavor cookies. And then I'm looking at doing a toffee apple one for Halloween.
Ooh.
Next week, toffee apple brownie. And then I've got a white chocolate blueberry blondie I want to try out, see if that goes together. And then cookie dough bites. And just keep going, really. Keep going.
Bites.
The fact you're doing this,
protein cupcakes.
The fact you're doing this all by yourself, and like you're constantly like you've got like a bunch of stuff already that you're offering, and then I was expecting to hear like one thing maybe in production or one idea.
Yeah, I know you've got all these ideas. That's brilliant. What's nice to see is like you obviously really love what you're doing and really enjoy, like otherwise you wouldn't put this amount of work in, and it's amazing to see that it's going so well for you. That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's really good.
I think like that is one of the biggest things that a lot of people have noticed in lockdown. Like when the move to doing something you enjoy, I've seen a lot of people pop up like with these little businesses, or that are just obviously like passion projects, but then all these businesses have become like legit businesses where people maybe thought like, I'm going to try it, I think it will be a hobby, but then they've just blown up and like become businesses. Is that kind of how it was for you? Were you already thinking, I can definitely make this a legit business, or were you
when I first got into it, because I noticed that there was a gap in the market for like athletes and people on meal plans to have a treat, that they're quite restricted because nothing's like in the sense of protein bars and that are available, but they're more on the dry sense, and they're not really, because they're so dry and thingy, they're not really too enjoyable. So I wanted to kind of create luxury treats for the people who can't normally get a treat because they're in a diet plan, or they're watching what they're eating, or they've got a certain amount of protein to hit. So I always kind of noticed a gap in the market for that. And I did always thought it was going to go to a certain degree. Well, obviously it's blown my expectations. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right there. There's like there was a big like gap in the market for like, because protein bars, they're not a dessert, whereas like yours is like people that want to stick to the macros and everything like that, you can actually have like a proper dessert. I see that more as a dessert, whereas a protein bar that you buy from the shop, I don't know, I wouldn't see that as a dessert. Where like yours, you could get that and then you could put it in the microwave and put like a scoop of like, I don't know, like
Ice
a lower
cream.
calorie ice cream with it or something.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like there was like, to stick to your macros, you haven't got a dessert option.
Mm.
So I think that's a really good idea.
Thank you.
And I hope you do. It continues to grow, and and it becomes even better, even bigger.
Definitely, I keep pushing it and just go relentless with the idea. Is
Have
what I
you
have been doing.
have you got any like pop-ups like further away planned or anything?
For the next at least the next 4 weeks, I've got one every week. Seems to just be one every week, really.
What's the next 4?
So Engine Room, and Winchester next week, and then Shirley Pure Gym the week after, and then where do you call now? Oh, Anytime Fitness Caution the week after that, and then probably go back to Pure Gym East start.
Did you say one in Winchester?
The gym, Joy. Winchester, yeah. Engine. I can't think of the name now.
Energy.
That's it. Energy Fitness, yeah.
What? I'll check
Monday.
out your Instagram. I'll find out what day that is, because obviously I'm based in
That's
Winchester.
Monday coming. It's a Monday coming up.
So, guys, anyone listening to this, if you're listening to this in Winchester, that will be today. So, if you're listening to this podcast, it's right as we speak. Get your ass down to Energy Fitness.
4 to 8.
Okay, here's a question. If you know off the top of your head, is it Energy Fitness or New Energy?
I have no clue.
There's two. Well, just go. Anyone listening that wants to get some of this food, just go to what's your Instagram?
The Protein Baker _
Nice and simple. So go to that Instagram and you'll find out which gym it's at, and then get your ass down there and get some protein brownies. I think I'm gonna have to take a day to a different gym, go train at Energy, and get some of your food.
What a day where they're allowing non-members to go in and train. So
okay, that will be me down there then. I'll definitely come down and see you.
No, definitely, I'll bring some trays.
So, in terms of like the future, what's the plan for the next year? Like, is there any scope to kind of get into supermarkets or things like that, or is that like?
I'd say that would be more of about a 2 to 3 year goal, as I want to work on the luxury market for a while, and I'm looking to go on Deliveroo and just keep going onto more online platforms. Need to establish the brand on TikTok as well.
Yeah,
and it's more about
Yes.
want to look at product development at the moment, and just get like a good base of products, and then that will obviously, because I feel like the luxury brand will then people will know the Protein Baker brand. So when I get into long life bars, then it's already trusted.
Yeah.
So it's just about building this luxury brand for a good 2 or 3 years now.
Okay.
And traveling England, doing pop-ups, giving out tasters.
I mean, like, I think what you've done so well is get into, like, you've got a specific niche, and well, from what I've seen anyway, like, just so many people in like the bodybuilding world, and obviously, like you said, there's a lot of, like, you wanted to design something for athletes, but I've just seen all the bodybuilders like around Southampton, Eastleigh, all of that, just sharing your story and just getting out there. So like, I just kept seeing your name pop up, and I was like, what the hell is the Protein Baker? And then looked at it and it looked so good. And then Haley one day was just like, oh, I've got this amazing brownie from this company called the Protein Baker. And then like, I just kept hearing your name. So I think you've hit that like niche so well, where all the people in the fitness space like needed a product like this. And I think it's going to be easy for you to just keep expanding.
Thank you. And even FitX have approached the brand and want us to start them pop-ups in their bodybuilding events. So things like that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with that. I can't wait for that. It'll be amazing.
Oh, that's amazing. When you start doing like pop-ups like all over England and stuff, like I'm from up north, so I know like quite a few gyms up north. Give me a shout when you're gonna go traveling, and I'll get you in some gyms up north.
No, definitely, 100%.
But yeah, so thanks for coming on today. Before you go, oh no, you've said your Instagram tag, haven't you?
Yeah, the protein baker _
Perfect. So yeah, guys, check out his Instagram. There's a link to his website on his Instagram. And get ordering, basically. Simple as get ordering some brownies. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for having me.